The miracle coin. There's a story in the Bible that sounds almost too strange to be real. A fisherman, a tax, a coin, and a fish, with a miracle inside. Let me take you there. Jesus and his disciples had just arrived in Capernaum. It was a place they often returned to, a kind of home base during Jesus' ministry. Soon after they entered the town, temple tax collectors approached Peter. "Does your teacher pay the temple tax?" they asked. Peter, confident in Jesus' character, answered, "Yes, of course." When Peter comes back to the house, Jesus is already waiting, and without being told, he brings up the tax. He asks Peter, "Tell me, who do kings collect taxes from? Their own children, or from others?" Peter answers, "From others." And Jesus replies, "Then the children are exempt." In other words, Jesus, as the Son of God, doesn't owe the temple tax at all. The temple exists to worship his Father. He is the true heir. Why would the Son pay a tax in his own house? But Jesus continues, "So that we don't cause unnecessary offense, go to the lake." Soon they arrive at the lake. "Throw out your line," Jesus says. "Take the first fish you catch, open its mouth, and you will find a coin. Take it and give it to them. For my tax and yours." So Peter goes. Can you imagine that moment? Casting a line, wondering if anything will even bite. And then, a tug. He pulls in the fish, opens its mouth, and there it is. A coin. A 4-drachma coin. Exactly what was needed. It's such a small story in the grand sweep of Scripture. But it speaks volumes. Why didn't Jesus just produce a coin from thin air? Why a fish? Why a line in the water? Because sometimes God chooses the quiet miracle, the unexpected provision, the path that requires action, obedience, and trust. Peter had to go. He had to cast the line. And in doing so, he witnessed not just a miracle, but a message. God sees your needs, and he provides. The story reminds us of 3 powerful truths. Faith requires obedience. Even when the instructions seem strange, God provides, often in the least expected ways. Humility matters. Jesus didn't have to pay that tax, but he chose peace over pride. So the next time you're unsure how a need will be met, or when life doesn't make sense, remember Peter, remember the line he cast, and remember the fish with the coin in its mouth. Because with God, even the ordinary can become miraculous.